And here's Brunson outside. It's rebounded by Doncic.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
To the inside. And Jokic slams it in.
You know, for all of his agility and craftiness and slick moves, Jokic not afraid to go old school and just throw it down on you.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the shot goes down.
And no player in the league has done more to earn his spot in this game than he has. I mean, he's having a terrific season.
He sure is. Excellence on a consistent basis for him. I mean, he's been their rock all year.
And it's LeBron missing.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Well, the All-Star Game D is in full effect. They typically clamp it down in the second half.
And Young kicks to Giannis. James sets the screen for Giannis. And finished off by LeBron.
Well, you better stop the ball, especially when it's LeBron James with it. That guy is pretty good.
1:58 left to play in the first quarter. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the East All-Stars. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the East All-Stars.
Everything working for them inside so far, guys. Tons of high-quality shots that they're knocking down inside.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
Looking at who's out there now for the West. Leonard comes in for Bam Adebayo. And it's John Morant in for Banchero. They get a hand on it, and stolen by James. Here's Jokic, deflects the pass. Antetokounmpo picks up the loose ball, but he was in the backcourt. They'll give it up. The West trails by 4. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Out to Morant. Driving.
And leave it up to Morant to put on a show. What a spectacular dunk.
And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam. Young, they get it back.
Well, with his solid midi game, you expect him to knock that one down.
Outside, SGA, and the 3 ball is good. SGA's got 5.
Now, this is why SGA is a focal point of his offense, because of that ability to score.
Antetokounmpo inside. Leonard's there, and Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
Not a lot in the way of defense here tonight, but, you know, that's about the norm.
Yep, this game is always going to be about offense, about entertaining these fans as much as possible.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Shot clock at 5. From deep, Brunson, and the West hit again from deep.
He's one of those guys who just knows how to generate offense.
And here's Doncic from the arc. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. West All-Stars lead by 2. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Back with you again on the most entertaining night on the NBA calendar. 1 quarter down and 3 to play in the All-Star game.
And you can see these players now starting to get into a rhythm. Should see a lot better flow to the game here in the second quarter.
That's usually the case. I mean, it takes some time to gel with your teammates at the All-Star game.
And, you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full-force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
On the court right now as the second quarter starts for the West All-Stars. They've got Karl Anthony Towns. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Paolo Banchero. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Morant in at the shooting guard position.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Adebayo's checked in. Halliburton passes to Edwards. And we played through the first minute here in the second. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Edwards just doesn't allow defenders to bottle him up. Great focus and persistence.
Morant passes to Curry. Kicks it out to Leonard. And the three off target. And the East has possession. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. And it's Davis with the jam.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And it's Davis with the ball for the East All-Stars. Davis with a screen on Curry. And that one's good. Tatum.
You can't exhale at all as a defender on Tatum. Mid-range not his go-to spot, but he took advantage there.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's ready to talk things through with them.
Trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for John Morant.
And, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
4 on the shot clock. A three-pointer is right on target.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
And it's Halliburton missing. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. For all the hard work these players put in to get here, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game. Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch. And the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Here's Leonard. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. The East trail by 4. 1:19 left to play in the first half. The West All-Stars with the ball. They've got an 8-0 run. And Adebayo throws it down.
And this is too easy for Adebayo. Once he's close to the rim, he is going to damage it.
And some changes here for the West All-Stars. Wembanyama comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Curry. Embiid the pass to Davis. Over Adebayo. Off the left rim and out.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
Guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
36 seconds left in the first half of the game. And here's Tatum for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton.
Sometimes trailing in the game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run play.
Yeah, trying to get it all back in a hurry. And you're right on that. But these threes they're taking have not helped. They're trying to catch fire, and they've yet to find the match.
SGA passes to Wembanyama. Oh, too easy for Wembanyama.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The kick out to Tatum. Outside Edwards. Embiid with the screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And so it's the West All-Stars bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And we'll be right back after this. And it's time to strap in as we get set to bring you the explosive action of the second half of the All-Star game.
Yeah, and I'm looking for the temperature to start to rise here a little bit in this second half.
Yeah, I'm exactly with you there. I think we'll see a little less showmanship and a little more intensity from here on out.
And we welcome you back. The biggest stars of the league are putting on a show here at the All-Star game.
And we're seeing some world-class basketball being played here tonight.
That's exactly what you'd expect coming from the absolute greatest players on the planet.
They've got Tyrese Halliburton. Davis is out there with Jason Tatum. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's Embiid in at the center. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo.
Go the other way.
That is his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new group for the East All-Stars. The East trail by 7. Jokic inside. Defended by Wembanyama. Giannis has gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Floats it up for SGA. Sinks that one from the post. SGA's got the lead up to 9 now for the West All-Stars.
Boy, he gives this team exactly whatever scoring it needs, and that's one of the things you really like about it.
Gilgeous-Alexander so quick off the floor.
Oh, how about the slam there from Gilgeous-Alexander? He loves getting that type of positioning down low.
Giannis dishes to LeBron. And another miss by the East.
Boy, an awful beginning to this half, guys, missing their first 4 attempts.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No good. Shot missing. Good D by LeBron.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Hit his leg. And they're saying he kicked the ball. Over in the corner, Doncic. Young outside.
Offensively, the struggles continue. 0 for 5 to start the half.
The shot, no good. Brunson with it, and Young picks him up defensively. Shot from free throw range. Brunson, no good. The East trail by 11. Doncic finds James. Jokic trying to free himself up.
Hey, you want to try to guard LeBron, good luck. I mean, the king is impossible to stop. Fast, strong, smart, tough, creative, draws lots of fouls.
The East All-Stars have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And both free throws good for LeBron. There are some who will say, GA, there are too many threes being taken in today's NBA. What are your thoughts on that?
Hey, if we're cutting back on something, how about free throw? The three-point shootout is arguably the best part of All-Star Saturday, but nobody wants to watch a free throw contest.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. He's made 4 and just missed his 4th. Here's Antetokounmpo. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. The West leading by 9. Here's SGA. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
And really, this has been an MVP caliber performance. Guys, he's been terrific.
Yeah, he has been. It's going to be a very easy job for the voters this year.
Here's Doncic. It's Young on the wing. And another miss by the East. Brunson with it. He's picked up by James. And it's good for 2. Brunson's got 9.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Here's Young. And another miss by the East. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the West. This is the most they've led by 13 points.
Sometimes you watch Wembanyama and think this guy is a cheat code, hitting threes at well over 7 feet tall.
And here's Giannis from outside. Antetokounmpo has gone just 1 of 5 from the field. The 3, and Gilgeous-Alexander the bucket on the assist from Brunson. SGA's got 9 points now in the quarter. And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. A big group substitution here for the East. Siakam is checked in for Antetokounmpo. Jason Tatum comes in for LeBron. Edwards has come in for Luka Doncic. Halliburton subbed in for Young. Then for the West All-Stars, Karl-Anthony Towns checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Leonard comes in for Bam Adebayo. And it's John Morant in for Jalen Brunson. The West leading by 16. And finished off by Banchero.
And what a strong finish from Banchero. His guys love when he throws it down.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Halliburton. He trains the turnaround jump shot. Halliburton's got his first points in this one.
Well, he's effective in that medium range area.
Towns wide open. That's good, and SGA with the assists. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists now in this one. Beats the buzzer! Wow!
Yeah, that's just an amazing way to get that ball off in time.
I agree. And to have the composure to lock in and get off a shot he feels confident about, that's good work.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. West All-Stars out in front, leading by 17. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. What great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Well, we're back at a night that's always a highlight of any NBA season. We're live from the All-Star Game.
And, you always look forward to this game, and this one certainly has lived up to the billing so far.
There is not another show in sports quite like the NBA All-Star Game, is there?
And the West All-Stars, looking at who they've got. Adebayo is out there with Karl-Anthony Towns. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morant in at the 2. A shot's good from Halliburton.
Halliburton's length really an asset on that play.
The West leading by 17. Morant outside. Tries from 10. The rebound by Halliburton.
Even though he hasn't found his groove tonight, his teammates are picking him up.
Tatum gets the bucket.
Offensively, he's carrying his weight, doing his part. Maybe they should get the ball to him a little bit more.
And here's Brunson outside. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Out to Morant. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him.
And that was almost one for the highlights. The long-distance alley-oop, just a fraction off the mark.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle him up right away. Big group substitution here for the East. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Jokic. Anthony Davis comes in for Pascal Siakam. Doncic is checked in for Edwards. And it's Devin Booker in for Halliburton. The West also making some changes. Victor Wembanyama is checked in for Towns. Banchero comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Morant. Here's Banchero. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. Now Wembanyama. Just 5 to shoot. Let's lose a 3. Buries the deep ball.
And this is the type of go-to scorer this team wants Banchero to be. They love his confidence.
He's off from 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Adebayo with a screen for SGA. 7-foot shot. Rebounded by Antetokounmpo. The East trail by 18. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. And one of our featured players tonight earns our player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, because he was a reliable scoring option all game long, his team was not hesitant about taking advantage of his rhythm. I mean, they just made sure he kept getting the ball. You could tell they were thrilled by his success in this one.
And the tradition and honor of just being invited to play here, let alone receiving honors of All-Star Game MVP. Just tremendous. In fact, one could argue we had a couple great candidates here, but he deserved it. Banchero, off target from outside. Here are the East All-Stars. They trail by 18.
I'll tell you what, a lot of shimmying and rim rattling going on in this one tonight, guys.
These guys are spending more time in the air than they are on the ground, that's for sure.
And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam. Oh, the slam dunk.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Ah, it's good!
The heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Brunson. And get the three. The East trail by 16. Devin Booker takes advantage. That J is good.
And brilliant play from Booker. Got it away in time before the defense could close.
SGA against Doncic. Beyond the arc. That does not go.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point land.
No good. And SGA has got the ball here for the West. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. So the West ends up going with the new group. Here's Towns. There's the try.
I think they want Towns to be a little more active like this, using his size and strength to score on the move.
Giannis sets a screen for Doncic. Onto the Kumbo. Outside Davis. Tatum fires. Knocks down the three. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Morant with it. So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always so strong. But tonight, the West seemed a little more comfortable playing together as a unit, and that's what earned them the win.
You mentioned that all broadcast long, and sure enough, it came to fruition. That brings us to the conclusion of our All-Star coverage. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan wishing you all a very good night.
Certified stunner. Did enough to live twice, you a newcomer. I'm a certified stunner, talk nice. Certified stunner. Who among us is a certified stunner? Did enough to live twice, you a newcomer. I'm a certified stunner. Kick up dust, men them fuss. One shame, shoot get scuffed. They act tough, trust none regardless. We are duck. Slither in the cup, bring them up, snakes hidden in my garden. I see a fraud theme, crowns on a false king. Falls of the offspring, still chasing lost dreams. Whoa, let me console you, I come on you. Transforming sheep into buffalo soldiers. Used to play hide and seek, now I see where they hide. Try to desert us like we ain't want a piece of the pie. When it come to rules, I'm certified. When it come to walking with God, I'm certified. Every time I step in the booth and I bust a rhyme, I'm immortalized, cause real we never die. Yeah, certified stunner. Who among us is a certified stunner? Did enough to live twice, you a newcomer. I'm I'm a certified stunner, talk nice. Certified.
At guard, Century, wearing the letter O.
What a treat we have tonight, Greg. These teams give us a glimpse into the future of the NBA.
No doubt about that. These are the guys that might eventually turn into the superstars that run the league. It's still very up and coming, but loads of talent on the floor in this one.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. At the guard spots, we'll see Cunningham and Ivy. The forwards are Thompson and Harris. And it's Duren in at the center position. Frank, when you talk about the all-time great three-point shooters, Damian Lillard is right up there.
Without a doubt. Steph is the clear number one, but that second spot is up for debate. And it's between guys like Harden, Ray Allen, and Dame.
And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, plenty of anticipation in Portland for this summer when the WNBA will return to the Rose City. The Fire will reclaim the name from Portland's initial 2-year WNBA run from 2000 to 02. And this summer, with the momentum around the league, the hope is that flame will endure.
A new beginning. Okay, Shams, thank you for the report. And here are the Trailblazers now after the basket by Detroit. Left block shot on the way. 6 on the shot clock. Lets the 3 fly. Duren pulls it in.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
The shot by Ivy, no good. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. It's stolen by Harris. At the elbow, it's Cunningham. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Just a special offensive talent. We don't see guys like Cunningham come through the league that often.
You know, Tim, one thing you hear about Cade Cunningham is his leadership skills.
Yeah, Kevin, he is very mature and unselfish. While this team definitely revolves around his play, he doesn't make it all about him.